My name is Queen Blessing Ibigesin, popularly known as Black Queen. It's been a while I made videos on, my normal videos, my normal everyday videos, because you know that the Widow Support Program was on the 14th of this month and it was far away in Kaduna, so we had to go through a lot with logistics and all of that. But finally, the program came to a very, very good end. The widows were very happy. We also were happy that we did a good job, and a lot of people have been applauding us and saying, oh, Queen Blessing Foundation is doing great, and we're hoping that 2024 will be better than this particular one we just did, because during election we don't do the program, so next year we're not going to be having it. On that note, let me talk about the reason I'm making this video. Before I talk about it, let me thank everyone who has supported us. Thank you so much. You guys rock my world. I love you so much. My Facebook family that have never met me and that supported, you guys are the bomb. I love you a lot. I love you as much as you love me. Thank you for the love. It's amazing that somebody you've never met in person, but you follow, you believe in their vision, and throw in something to support them. I don't take that for granted at all. Thank you so much. This morning I want to talk about old friends. I don't know if I should call them old friends, self. I should call them friends that are in disguise, that are enemies actually, but are in disguise. Okay, so I will talk about two examples. I think 2 years ago or thereabouts, a lady contacted me on Facebook. She said to me that we started Nollywood together. And of course, you guys know that I've been in Nollywood for 22 years and still counting. And so she said we started Nollywood together. I didn't remember her name. She contacted me via my social media platform, Facebook to be precise. And I have one attitude. I don't really have to remember you. When you tell me you've known me for a while or whatever, I just flow along. Then I'll try to see if I can catch up. But I really didn't catch up. So bottom line is, she told me she had issues with her house rent and she needed house support. She lives in Ibadan. And she tried to explain to me, we met years ago, we were actually doing auditions together, we were running and looking for how we can get breakthroughs in Nollywood together. She even mentioned that my friend Oshin, she's not in Nollywood anymore. Oshin, we were all, kind of running for auditions and everything, opportunities together. When she mentioned Oshin, I said, okay, this person knows me because Oshin has been my friend from way back. I was actually even her chief bridesmaid when she got married some years ago. So, I just gave her a listening ear. So when she told me about the house rent matter, I said, okay, I'm kind of not very buoyant at the moment, but the fact that the house is even in Ibadan and not that expensive, I sent her money. She paid for the rent. Now, and in fact, she had to send me disturbing pictures with her child, her daughter, on her luggages outside. The landlord had even thrown her out. And I asked if, now that she's looking for the money, if the landlord get the money, will the landlord allow her pack her things in? She said yes. So I said, okay. So that day, I think I was with Susan. Susan, do you remember? We were together at Professor Patu Tomi's event in VI. So I now transferred it because I was inside that lecture. Professor Patu told me when he does his birthday, it usually comes with lectures of a week or so. So your phones will be on silent. But because of her, I kept monitoring my phone and I sent her the money and she paid for that rent. Before that time, the very first time she introduced herself to me, her problem was school fees for her daughter. She said she gave, according to her words, yeah, I born for one useless man wey he head no correct, when he no do anything for me, no do anything for my pikin. I dey find school fees so I go take pay for my pikin. And I told her, I said, look, I'm also a single parent and I've been paying my son's fees and every other bill in the last 16 years and still counting. And I said, I didn't give birth to my child for a useless person. My child's father is a billionaire, Chief John Okosu. A lot of you know him. And he decided he won't be a part of my son's life because I refused to give him the boy. And I said, why will I give you a child? A child is supposed to be taken care of by her mom. Nobody else can look after a child like her mom. And I chose my son over those luxuries. Things were bad. You guys know my story. It was bad up to the end that sometimes I can't even afford baby food. So when I hear single parents talk about how they can't pay school fees, and if I can help it, I usually help. So I sent her the school fees, then she paid. The next time she contacted me, it was for house rent. Now, this lady contacts me only when she needs something. She will never call or send a message to say, how are you, Queen? And up to this moment, I still don't remember her. But then again, it didn't stop me from helping her. Like I said, I have soft spot for single parents who are hustling, be it a man that the wife has abandoned children for, or be it a woman that the husband have abandoned children for. So moving forward, the last time, that was 2 years ago, then the last time she contacted me again was about money, and I told her that day I didn't have. To be honest, I didn't have money that day, so I didn't send her any money. And last year, she then sent me a message that I should please take her daughter, that she's tired. So I told her, I said, look, the last time we talked, I said, look, you cannot keep relying on people to help you. Yes, support is good. People will support you. But you need to show them you too are making an effort. You can't just sit around, not do any job, not do anything, and expect manna to fall from heaven. You said we started Nollywood together. What happened to you? We all in Nollywood, Ocean that you are talking about is a big businesswoman now, happily married with children. I have done so well. I've left my mark in Nollywood and I'm still here. I'm still making movies. I'm still acting, you know. I say, so what happened to you? You left because you couldn't bear the pressure with us. You left because you couldn't start from square one. You left because you couldn't face the challenges. You know, in life, in anything you want to do, you must pay your dues. You can't look for every easy way out. There is no easy way to success. And I said to her, it's not late yet. If you are our friend, according to you, you must be our mate. So look for something to do. Get a job or get something. She then called me one day and said she got a job as a security person in a restaurant or something like that. She even snapped with her uniform. I saw it. I was happy for her. So the next time she called me, that was sent me a message last year. She said she wanted me to take her child. And I said, look, I have 5 adopted children, plus my own, making 6. It's not easy to pay these fees. It's not just about school fees. It's about clothes they wear. It's about food. It's about different things, you know. So you can't just keep adopting these kids or keep collecting these kids if you don't really have, you know, big business or big something to look after them. Otherwise, there will be malnutrition in their life because they won't eat well and all of those kinds of things. I said, so I've decided to put a pause on that. So I can't take your child. You have just one child and you are looking for where to push her to. Why? So she said something that pissed me off, which is why I'm talking about old friends today. She then made a voice note and said, now so I dey follow you and Osho like mumu that time. Help me now. I'm like, I don't remember who you are. I paid your rent. I don't remember who you are. I paid your daughter's fees. I don't remember who you are. I've been chatting with you. Now you are saying you follow us like mumu. You follow us like mumu how? We carry you go where? Now we say make you no focus on your life. Now we say make you leave Nollywood. I don't even understand the meaning of now so I dey follow you and Ocean like mumu. So I was very pissed with that thing. So I decided to stop talking to her. That one pass. Now, yesterday another person called me. According to her, she said she's my friend from Niger State, Bida, where I schooled. She called me after 11 p.m. Normally, when I want to go to sleep, I put off my phone because of all these calls. Some people don't even know when to call. They call you 1 a.m. They expect you to be a witch. Maybe you are in your witch coven meeting. Because that is the only way you can stay up at 1 or 2. Because for you to stay up at 1 or 2, it means you're doing something very serious. You're working or you're doing something very serious. So nobody should go and start calling you at that time unless the person is either your husband, your wife, or your children. Or it's an emergency. So because to stop, getting upset when these people call, I decided that anytime I want to close my eye, I put off my phone. So yesterday, I got a new phone. So I've been trying challenges to log in and all of that. So you know how these phones just keep you up if your apps are not working. So I just kept trying to put password and some passwords were not correct. You know how you just try to protect your app so much that you put different passwords, even you yourself go forget them. The call just came in and said, the phone is even in my hand, let me pick it. So I picked the call. She called her name. I can't remember the name now. And she said, Queen, I they talk. I said, you who? She mentioned her name. I said, what can I do for you? She said, oh, I'll be your friend for Niger State. I said, Niger State. When last me and you talk? He say, I don't take Queen, you don't remember me. I be so person at the time when your mama they sell for Kaduna Garage, the time when they sell food and all those things. I'm like, did you sell food with us? That the only way to remind me of who you are is to tell me when me and my mother they sell food for Kaduna Garage. And you see, people like that, people, especially those people that feel that they knew you when things were bad for you, or they knew you when you were in your little beginnings, they always want to remind you that you shouldn't think that you are anything, oh, that we know you when you see they do. And I told her, I say, okay, you know me when my mother dey sell food for Kaduna Garden, when I dey help her run her restaurant. Okay, you know me the time where I dey fry akara as well, abi, for Eso side, for Niger State. You know me the time where I dey hawk puff puff. Abi, you know me the time I dey sell pepper and tomato. See, all these things, I always tell people my little beginnings to encourage them, to let them know that if I can get this far, being resilient, being dogged, being a go-getter, you too can do it. Being persistent, being consistent, you can do it too. So I've never hidden my little beginnings. I've never come to this platform and say my father is a senator. I always told you people who my father was. My father was the highest chief in Okpela. He was a Zeki until his death. I've always said that. And I've not relied on all the people I know, or all the, I actually didn't even know them, in once. I kept walking. So when you call me and you feel that the only way to remind me who you are is to tell me my mother was selling food in Kaduna Garden, it's not news. It is not news. The whole world knows that I sold food. The whole world knows that we sold pepper and tomato. The whole world knows that I've sold akara before and puff puff. The whole world knows that I carry fufu on my head and buy fufu. So what? You don't call me and start telling me, did you run the restaurant with me that you want me to know you, and the only way to explain yourself is to tell me my mother sold fufu in Kaduna Garage or whatever it is you were talking about. That way I can't even remember who you are. You didn't sell food with us. The best thing is to tell me exactly where we met and how we met. Not that you are telling me, you are now explaining and telling me the place, so that you, first of all, you think that if you do that, you're going to bruise my ego. My dear, I don't even get any ego. I am who I am, and the whole world knows exactly where I'm coming from. And where I am right now, I am so comfortable at where I am, and I'm thanking God so much for everything He has done for me. And where I am going to, it will definitely be better than where I am right now, because where I am right now is definitely better than where I'm coming from. So if you want to explain yourself from all those my friends, according to you people that say I knew you 20 years ago, 22 years ago, and you expect that if you just call me one call, I should know who you are, I should remember. Some of you even go by the so-called nicknames on your Facebook and Instagram. Some of you are now become Diva Sexy. Some of you are now become Obilicious whatever. Some of you are now become so many names. You change your name, you twist your name in every way possible. Some of you are now Diva Queen. Some of you are now Diva Blessing, Diva this. So many names. So how am I even supposed to know if you don't even tell me the name that I knew you by? Do you understand? And you expect that you call me after 22 years and I should just jump and remember your name at 11 p.m. in the night? Anyway, the reason I'm making this video is for all of you who are still planning to call me and remind me how we knew each other. When you do it the right way. Tell me exactly how we met. Don't tell me my mother sold pepper or it is not news. The whole world knows that, and I'm not ashamed of that. I've hawked fufu before, yes. So it's not a news. I've been saying it in my videos. Not being news. Don't call me and remind me of it. You don't need to tell me. I know. So sometimes when you move to a place, when you start growing, there are people you must never drag along, because they don't like you and they will always bring you down. And there are some old friends that when they reconnect with you, the best thing to do for them, if you can help them, help them. Don't drag them into your life, because they will always put you down. They will always think that, why is it you? You have two heads. Meanwhile, the things that you did to get to where you are, they decided when it was time for them to do it not to. They were looking for easy way out. Now that it has dawned on them that there is no easy way out, they will now blame you for their misfortune. Like that one telling me, now so they follow you and ocean like Mumu. I still don't understand what she meant by that. So please, old friends, you want to reconnect properly. It is wrong to call your old friend and start dragging them into nonsense. It's not worth it. No be them cause your problem, because you don't know half of what they are also going through. So that's what I want to talk about. There are some old friends you must leave behind. They don't deserve to be in your circle, and you must always keep your circle very small, because you don't even know who hates you. This world is so deep. and wicked. A lot of people, the bitterness that is in this world is something else. It's oozing. Some people just see you and hate you. An old friend of mine also commented on one of my posts day before yesterday. There's this post I made, I was wearing what I wore in the widow's program. I was in the north, so I had to tie my head. And this, apart from that, I love tying my head, you know. And then I made that post, wrote something on it. And the next thing, she clicked on it and she said, in this, you look like you are 70 and you are 41. How can old age be this swift? I'm like, I now replied her. I said, whether old age is a beautiful thing, and I'm sure that I look younger and better than you. That was my reply to her. I don't understand why she would look at my picture and say I look 70. Because she's a sadist. She wants you to be sad. She wants to make you unhappy. So she doesn't know anything to bring, so she will bring something else. You don't have to tell me my picture, I look 70. I know exactly what I look like. And I gave her a fantastic answer. I know I look better than you. So most of these so-called old friends, they're just looking, they are not you. They have refused to do what you did. Make sure that you stand your ground, starve yourself for some things when you were supposed to, and then enjoy your tomorrow. They will now come in that your tomorrow, while they were enjoying when you were starving yourself. They will now come in that tomorrow and blame their misfortune on you. Please, keep your nonsense to your. I made a post early this year. No bad vibes around me, only positive vibes. You guys should just keep your nonsense around you. I don't need your friendship. I don't need such people. I need positive friends. Friends that can push me to achieve more. Friends that can push me to do more, as I am pushing my friends to also do more. Those are the kind of friends I want around me. Friends that will not see me and envy me. Friends that will see me and say, she's my equal, she's me. Friends that are contented with their life, that can never see you as a competition. I have risen to a place where everybody is a champion. Nobody is below me. I am not below anybody, nobody is below me. We are all equal in the eyes of God. And I have risen to a place where I believe nobody is prettier than me and I'm not prettier than anybody. By the time you believe that, you will know that enviness na bullshit. Enviness turns to jealousy. Jealousy turns to hate. And that's how people try to kill people for nothing. So let's get it right. Let's not carry our problem and hang it on that person. You don't know what that person is dragging. I really need to go now. I love you guys.